Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be talking about the evolution of Ghostface from Spirit Halloween. Yeah, I will be going over 4 Ghostface animatronics and of course one life-size static Ghostface animatronic that isn't actually pictured in this image you're seeing right here. But yeah, I just figured, Spirit Halloween's made, quite a few Ghostface props now, so I decided I'd do this uh, video talking about the evolution, like how Ghostface has evolved at Spirit Halloween. So yeah, let's just get straight into it.
Welcome home, Sydney. You're a survivor, aren't you, Sydney? What good's it to be a survivor if everyone close to you is dead? You can't save them. All you can do is watch. Hello, Sydney. You hang up on me and I'll cut through your neck until I feel bone!
So starting off, we obviously got the Ghostface made by Gemmy Industries in 2011 for Spirit Halloween. And this is a complete classic. Everyone always talks about this. It's a very unforgotten prop. It's very memorable, and for good reason, because it is a pretty good Ghostface animatronic. I am a big fan. Obviously, Gemmy used to, always have those, round black bases for all their animatronics back then. So yeah, he has that. And but I just think he's really good. Obviously the audio is amazing. The voice is phenomenal, and the clothing I've heard is really bad quality. So that is one of the flaws. But I really like the Ghostface mask. I think it's great. Obviously, actually, it was Gemmy Industries and Fun World that made this. Sorry, I forgot about Fun World. But yeah, it was Gemmy and Fun World. But yeah, the animation is also good with him just turning his head from side to side and his body moving and his arm moving. It's just a really good and classic Ghostface animatronic. And if you take care of him, the clothes will last. I mean, I know they're crappy quality, but yeah. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this Ghostface animatronic from 2011 by Gemmy Industries. I think he's great, and I think he was, a really good start to Spirit Halloween's, Ghostface uh, thing they do. So yeah, this was the first Ghostface life-size Ghostface prop that Spirit released, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, they had some. I feel like they had a light up Ghostface like static prop back then, and then they had a hanging one, something like that. But yeah, this was their main, breakout for Ghostface, and I am a big fan. Now, of course, here we have the notorious 2021 Ghostface animatronic made by Crazy Crate and Fun World for Spirit Halloween 2021. Yeah, this was a complete reskin of the Hauntress from 2020. And it was like basically just slapping a Ghostface costume onto the Hauntress and then, adding, screaming and slashing audio. That's what they did here. It was a complete disappointment. There's nothing really good about this at all. I didn't like the Hauntress to begin with anyway. Uh, and yeah, just to reskin it into the Ghostface, you could have made such a better Ghostface animatronic in 2021, but no, they decided to make a short Hauntress jump scare Ghostface, and it was just such a lame execution, such a lame thing. I mean, it's not the worst thing that Spirit Halloween has ever done. I mean, Spirit Halloween has been known to release some really weird animatronics and concepts, but I just feel like reskinning the Hauntress into Ghostface was just such a weird and bad idea, and it did not go well at all. I didn't even ever see him in person, obviously, because the shipments back in 2021 were so horrible. But I didn't care. I wasn't missing out on anything. This animatronic was so bad. Um, he was very cheap for a licensed prop. He was like $130, but still, I mean, that's the only thing about him that's kind of good. Other than that, no, I was not a fan of this one at all. So, yeah.
You teach a class about slashers, and you still walked into a dark alley. Alone. strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue.
Now, here we have, of course, the 2024 Ghostface made by Party Time. And, this was a really unique Ghostface animatronic, in my opinion. I just really, not only was the animation really good and unique with the head tilting from side to side and the aggressive stabbing motion with the right arm, but you could, it came with two different masks. It came with the old looking mask, and it also came with the bloody mask. So it was a really unique and really cool Ghostface animatronic, in my opinion. I didn't like it as much as 2011, but I still was a pretty big fan, and it definitely has grown on me. Back in 2024, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I was just kind of like, it's okay. But ever since 2024, it's been growing on me a lot, and I do think it is a pretty good Ghostface animatronic. I just like the overall design, the clothes, the two masks, the animation, the audio. Everything about it is pretty good. It's not the best Ghostface animatronic of all time, but it still is pretty good. So yeah, that is the Party Time Ghostface from 2024. And then here we have the static Ghostface prop, also made by Party Time and also released in 2024. And the crazy thing is, I actually like this Ghostface more than the 2021 Ghostface. Can you believe that? A boring static Ghostface prop is better than the 2021 Ghostface, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know it's probably pretty unpopular, but I like it. I think it's a good static Ghostface. I know a lot of people complain about the light up effect in the mask and the knife, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, obviously, it's not great. It would have been better without it, but I don't think it's that bad. And it makes people, in the dark on Halloween night, you're more able to see it. So, and it's more noticeable. But yeah, I don't hate this static prop at all. I think it is actually pretty freaking decent. Uh, I um, I really like the overall how you can pose, the arms and the how it is. I know the base is kind of like a Sunstar prop base, because usually whenever there are like static props from Spirit Halloween, they have weird Christmas tree bases. I don't know why. It's weird, but that's one flaw about it. And of course, the light effect is a bit of a flaw. I mean, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion, but yeah, I can see why people complain about it. But yeah, I just like this static Ghostface. I think his price was pretty good too. I forget it might have been like $120, $130. I forget. But yeah, I do like this more than the 2021 Ghostface animatronic. So there's that. But yeah, not bad.
I told you, I want to play a game.
And then here we have finally, last but not least, the Ghostface for this year, 2026. He was also made by Party Time, which actually surprised me when I found that out. Originally, when this guy was leaked, I was assuming he was going to be Crazy Create, because obviously he is kind of like a reskin of Fire Demon. I was about to say Hellspawn. Ain't no way. I almost slipped up like that. But no, he is kind of like a reskin of Fire Demon from last year, and he was made by Crazy Create. So I was assuming that this Ghostface animatronic would be made by Crazy Create, but no, it's Party Time. And I do like this Ghostface animatronic. I know a lot of people are kind of they just don't like it a lot, um, and they think it's really unnecessary. And I do think it's kind of unnecessary at this point. I mean, if obviously they did this because of Scream 7, but um, we really didn't really need to see another Ghostface animatronic, in my opinion. But I actually am a big fan of this one. I like it more than the 2024 one. Actually, I think I just really love the bleeding mask effect that it has, and how you don't have to keep replacing the blood in the mask, how it's just one time you put it in and it just keeps reusing the fake blood in the mask. That is awesome. And obviously the animation, just like, Fire Demon from last year, where his arms reveal himself and then the blood falls down in the mask. Um, it's just a really cool Ghostface animatronic, in my opinion, and I know that is probably a hot take, but yeah. Obviously, I don't like it quite as much as the 2011 Ghostface, but I think it is my second favorite Ghostface animatronic from Spirit Halloween. I really do. I think it's right behind the 2011 Jemmy Ghostface. Because all because of that bleeding mask. If it didn't have the bloody mask, then I would not be really a fan at all, to be honest. The bloody mask is carrying it, that's for sure. But yeah, I also really just like the audio and the animation. It's really good. It's a really good Ghostface animatronic. I know a lot of people are complaining about the bulletproof vest on it, but I don't give a freaking shit. No offense, but yeah, I just don't care. I just think it's really cool, in my opinion. And for a Ghostface animatronic for 2026, based off Scream 7 from Spirit Halloween, not bad at all. So yeah, well, that is the video of me talking about the evolution of Ghostface from Spirit Halloween. Overall, I think Spirit Halloween has done a pretty good job in terms of Ghostface animatronics. The only one that was bad, in my opinion, was obviously the 2021 Hauntress reskin Ghostface made by Crazy Create. That one was no good, but all the rest are pretty damn good, in my opinion. So yeah, the evolution of Ghostface. I feel like they're all really diverse as well. Obviously the original in 2011 is just a classic, movie accurate Ghostface animatronic by Jemmy. But then in 2021 we got a small short Hauntress reskin Ghostface, and then in 2024 we got a unique new Ghostface with two different masks, and it does a unique animation with the head. And of course, this year we've got a really cool bloody mask Ghostface. So it's really diverse, and I really like what Spirit Halloween has done uh, for the most part with the character of Ghostface. So yeah, comment down below what you think of the evolution of Ghostface from Spirit Halloween. Do you think they have done well so far with Ghostface? And what is your favorite Ghostface animatronic from Spirit Halloween? I'd love to know. I assume 90% of you are going to say the 2011 Ghostface, just like me, but I could be wrong. You never know. So, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.